When working with large datasets, analysis can be slow. For example, this might be an issue when working with a dataset from SAP HANA, but completing analysis in offline mode. There are also other reasons why you might want to run an analysis on only a portion of the data from a dataset, but don't want to apply a specific filter. We'll use the sampling component in the Predict workspace to reduce the number of records from this dataset for analysis. First, we need to specify the sampling type to use. Different sampling types are useful in different situations. The first n or last n methods select records from the beginning or end of the dataset, but will not accurately represent the full dataset if the records are ordered in some way. The every nth method ensures that records are selected from every part of the dataset when there is an order to the values. However, if there is a pattern to the sequence of records, this method can also result in a non-representative sample. Simple random sampling is the most typical method, with each record having an equal probability of being selected. Finally, with the systematic random method, you specify a number of buckets to divide the dataset into, and the component randomly selects the nth record from each bucket to reach the sample size limit you set. For this example, we'll use simple random sampling. Next, we need to specify the method we want to use to limit the number of rows in the sample. We can choose to limit the sample size by specifying a number of rows or a percentage of rows. For this example, we'll choose 25% of the rows in the dataset. Finally, we can optionally set an absolute limit for the number of rows. For this example, we'll not specify a maximum. Now we'll run the analysis. The data grid contains a random selection of 25% of the rows from the dataset. You now know how to sample data in SAP Predictive Analytics. For more SAP Business Intelligence tutorials, visit sap.com/learnbi.